Out in the tundra where the chill gives birth rises a beacon of unmeasured worth. Yakograd stands with its banner so bold, a land of a story that's yet to be told. Oh, Yakograd, we raise our cheers. Through icy winds your voice appears. The Yak, our guide, strong, steady and true. With Commissary J, the future's new. Fields of frost silver, rivers that gleam. Every heartbeat swears to the dream. From peak to valley, our pride won't fade. In the Republic, the greatest is made. Oh, Yakograd, we raise our cheers. Through icy winds, your voice appears. The Yak, our guide, strong, steady and true. With Commissary J, the future's new. Every storm we weather, we stand refined. EJ, commanding both heart and mind. The Yak shall graze where the heavens bow. To Yakograd we make this vow. Oh, Yakograd, we raise our cheers. Through icy winds your voice appears. The Yak, our guide, strong, steady and true. With Commissary J, the future's new.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Space and Rocket Review. Space and Rocket Review. You two girls, tell your friends. Space and Rocket Review. All right. I'm just getting another couple more links here. Couple more links here and there. But I think, yeah, you know what? We'll work from here and we'll go. All right, let's do this. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Can't wait to hear about rockets in space. Well, I got you some good stuff. We're gonna start off. Oh wait, hold up, public. We need the Starbase noises. Starbase noises. Starbase noises are green. All right, I got a video to start us off with. Check this out.
There go the clamps.
Right, and
Oh,
that's
hang on.
still the hand.
Whoa, what a perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Open up to Antarctica.
Yes.
Now let's go in.
Sounds cool right here. Sunrise.
That's probably better. Distribution of labor.
And now nose
Yes.
Today a little bit cloudy, I think.
Yeah.
Because I cannot see much. You know what's that? I think we are at about 120 degrees east
Be very careful with the snails there.
and flying north.
What the balls?
Probably 15 minutes we'll be in Australia.
Nice. God, I've just got to move this momentarily.
What the heck is this, man?
I think Chun's been waiting for this moment all his life. I'm very happy for you.
Don't worry about it, Gossard. It's all good, man.
This is weird. It doesn't have the clip.
It's incredible. Look at it. So beautiful.
That's pretty neat.
Wow.
That's pretty neat.
Features there.
What the actual frick? What in the heck? You got to see it with the Mark 1 eyeball. Yep. And watermelon socks.
I can use it as a stabilizing. Oh, that's a bizarre shot.
Watermelon socks?
That looks so alive.
They call it spacewalk.
They brought their phones with them,
There's the nose cone.
Kelly. I'm pretty sure.
As far as I can see, no human activity can be seen.
Right? That's crazy, dude.
Just white. This part is clear. This part cloudy.
Bruh.
It's unbelievable. You would not believe how much fun it is and how I am. It is mind-boggling up here. It is so much fun. Howdy. Hey, Mark. Hey, Jay.
I could look at this all day, dudes.
It's crazy up here. It's so much fun. It is just mind-blowing. So much better than I ever even
It's
expected.
90, John. Yep. This is guys. So this is footage from 2. From 2 is a Dragon capsule that's on orbit right now. It's a commercial mission that SpaceX is operating, and it is the first mission ever with humans on board to a 90-degree inclined orbit, meaning they're flying over the poles. No one's ever seen this before from this angle, ever. Like, ever. It's the first time.
Sure. Let me show you. Let me show you a shot outside. Oh my God! Check this out.
So with the shadows coming in, I don't feel that's ice.
First ever. No one's ever done it before.
Cloud.
It is just clouds. You can see it.
Yeah, but you see below that thin layer of cloud, maybe the ice cap.
No, they're doing science up there. I'll talk more about that in a second. I'm just enjoy the view. Oh hell, dare! Sorry I'm late. Do what before? This mission is in a polar orbit,
Like
90-degree incline.
ice below water, but very hard to see.
No one's ever been into this orbit before, ever. It's the first polar orbit crewed mission. What? So, jeez, that's wild. Is this live? No.
There go the clouds.
Right, and that's
Hang on.
still the hammer.
Whoa, what a perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Open up to Antarctica.
Yes.
Now let's go in.
Sounds true, right here.
Imagine waking up to this. I could, that's something I could get down on. Yeah.
And our nose cone. Today this will be cloudy, I think,
Yeah.
because I cannot see much.
Yeah.
I'm watching it again. I want to see it again. This is too cool.
I think we are at about 120 degrees east
Be very careful with the seals there.
and flying north.
Chen Wang is Maltese, technically, Woozy.
Probably 15 minutes will be in Australia.
Nice. God, I've just got to move this momentarily.
Oh, there's already so much fog on here.
Man!
Yes. Oh, the seals are on.
I think John's been waiting for this moment all his life. I'm very happy for
They
you,
need
John.
to. What are you saying? They need to launch flat earthers into this more? Dude, frick them. Launch me into this orbit. Frick them. They can sit there and enjoy their fantasy land. I want to see this. The hell with those people. Why are we giving them a free ride? Frick them.
It doesn't have the clip.
How long is one orbit? 90 minutes at this altitude. They're
It's incredible.
440 to 460. Somewhere in there.
So beautiful. Oh, wow.
Can you share the link? Sure.
Pictures there.
Here's the link. Dude, frick them. I want to see this. The hell with that.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
90 degrees. Are they crossing land at the equator or water? Both. You didn't say with a suit. Super, what's up? 106 month resub. Okay, the feet part is a little strange, so let's just go over here. It's just path. No, path this part. In fact, never see this part again.
Activity can be seen.
Godstar, let him. Whatever. Let him. We know, dude. It's more cool stuff for us to enjoy. All right, we don't have to share the bandwidth. No, it's fine. They can stay there in their fantasy land. I'll go up here and do this. Like we'll like we enjoy this. This is good. This is pretty cool. You know, dude, look at that. I can't believe this. This is nuts. Need to take Yak and D with you? I'd do it. Sure.
You would not believe how much fun it is. And how I It's just.
Those are some stellar
Up here. It is
beat
so much
pictures.
fun.
Okay. Okay.
Howdy. Hey, Matt. Hey, Jay.
stream from space. I would love to.
Crazy up here. It's so much fun. It is
Why hasn't anybody done a polar mission like this before?
so much
No
better
need.
than I ever
Shuttle came close. So did Voshkod and Vostok. Marcel, 2213 sub. Oh yeah, the sub alert works. Yeah, just I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. It just started to work again. The toilet seems to be working fine, Woozy, on this one. Pigeon, I don't know what. I don't know. All right.
So with the shadows coming in,
The dragon makes an interesting humming noise. I think that's the life support. Yes, yes, it is, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's noise. That's the life support systems. The life support systems are inside of the pressurized volume on Dragon. They're so like if Dragon is like this, you have your people, and then there's room for a little bit of cargo, and then at the very bottom of the capsule, Dragon's pressure vessel kind of tapers in, and the life support systems are right there. It's at the bottom. It's actually like right next to the heat shield, believe it or not. So it's like environmental control system, pressure vessel wall, heat shield. They're about this far apart from each other when you think about it. Pretty crazy, right?
yeah, but
Hey, Running Bear.
That thin layer of cloud, maybe the
Dragons are big, Ryzen. There's a lot of space inside of them, dude. I've seen one up close. It's pretty. It's bigger than you think. It. Don't get me wrong. It's still a capsule, but it's pretty large.
to get onto Anthony's app. Well, I'm only going to tell you because I'm going to look as well. We are currently.
Yeah, exactly, Aqualex. You got to keep the air. You got to keep the air going. That's why the fans are going. Dude, I don't know about you guys. Like, I'm one of those guys that needs background noise to fall asleep, or else my ears start ringing like crazy. I have to have a humming noise. I would fall asleep in 2 seconds on this thing. And they'd be like, "Okay, time to sleep." I'd be like, you know,
very hard to see.
gotta have the fan going. Ideally, I need the fan blowing on me. Like you get that little bit of windage. Fall right asleep every time, dude. I'd wake up if it was silent. Dude, I grew up in the city, Aqualex. I'll chalk that one up to growing up in the city. I grew up next to a highway. Like, next to a highway that had cars on it 24/7, 365. I gotta have background noise. Or if it's quiet, I'm just like, my ears start going bananas. Dragon atmospheric systems to sleep and relax to.
There go the clamps.
You take a fan with you when you travel? No.
Right, and that's
Hang on.
still the hand.
Whoa, what a perfect timing.
Perfect.
Yeah, dude, that background, I'd be good to go.
Right here.
Do they sleep in the seats? Pretty much sleep wherever you want, Woozy. You got tinnitus? My ears will start ringing if it's too quiet. Danny, you grew up near a train yard, cars connecting and whatnot. I'm good nowadays without noise. Maybe you'll not need it in the future.
Yeah.
You know what's that? I think we are.
They talked about their sleeping in the other video that they posted. Yes, there's more. That's a good point. Here we go. There's more.
This is actually a known problem that we attributed to something else, so it's very useful data that you are not able to use the strip. Can you confirm when you open the
Well, at least one RD, they have an X-ray machine on board.
jar
Bro.
so the strip's completely clear?
There's a volcano.
Would you just look at it? Would you would you look at
Do you want
this?
your hygiene bag as well, Eric?
My hygiene bag?
Yeah. Do you want it? I can get it for you.
Yeah, might as well. Oh, no. Mine is, I think mine, I'll leave it in 2. You mean just our daily hygiene with toothbrush and everything? Yeah, no, I've got mine here.
Oh,
But I leave it directly above my head.
Yeah, rarest. I'd be
I
gone. dude,
was
but
here
look,
in
dude, look at the ice break.
2013.
That's
Where?
crazy, man.
Tundra.
Oh, nice. Lots of volcanoes, huh?
Yeah. Lot of summer below.
Photograph. Sean, that is fantastic. Video.
Yeah. You can see it. Yeah.
Bruh.
This is the entire peninsula is full of volcanoes. Much like Yellowstone in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
It was discovered in 1940s. Eric is looking breakfast for us.
And this is our zero-G indicator, and his name is Tyler.
Tyler, yes. Let's make
And
Tyler
here's a shot of his butt.
facing toward us.
Oh, yes. Make sure Tyler does his sleep survey.
Oh, sunset.
See this? I would just be out the window. I'd be like, out the window. Hello.
So,
You know?
I think we just flew over the North Pole, and now we enter the shadow of the Earth. It didn't open cupola yesterday for smoother adoption of microgravity. But today,
This is
after
cool, man.
breakfast, we plan to open the cupola for the first time.
Yeah. Other side.
Eric, say hi.
I can't explain how fun microgravity is. Isn't
Yeah.
it good?
The best thing ever.
Like it looks amazing in the videos when you see astronauts in space, but it doesn't really reflect the
fun.
joy that it brings. It's
Your
amazing.
food wants you to eat it.
I mean, check this out. Oh, fog, projectile.
How did you sleep last night?
I slept really well.
Good. It was
Yeah, we
so
saw.
cozy.
Look at it. Look at this. This is
I don't
crazy.
sleep so well in space, but I think we all slept extremely well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
Just
too.
kind of
Very
floating
good.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was
Before-
nice and soft.
very soft.
yeah. The first few hours a little bit weird, but
Yeah.
after sleeping, I feel everything's all good.
I
Quite
feel like
fresh.
You're just gonna get used to like not really having control. If you let go of stuff, you'll just float wherever and
Yeah.
spin.
Right. 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 All right, this is not live. This is video that they posted. I don't think that said nuggies, dudes.
that little anchoring feeling. That's why I understand people strap a pillow to their head. And it worked really well. When I was just free floating, it's like, this is weird. Because very rarely are you in bed and you feel like you're in that weightlessness. So I think even if it's something hard,
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
what
just
they
against
were.
my head, I felt I slept much better.
Eric's head also gets velcroed to the velcro. So I think he has an advantage.
Let me find some Velcro.
As I'll
The interesting thing is flying in polar orbits is I think 60 to 70% of the time when I randomly look out a window, I see white.
Yes.
I know,
yeah.
I've seen.
Yes.
I don't think
So good.
astronauts on the ISS will have this kind of view.
And it's so epic because it's another kind of desert, so it just goes on and on and on
Yeah.
all the way. It's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's why this really is exploratory, right?
Like right now.
It's incredible.
Dude, this is awesome.
Every time you look out there, you've got ice and snow. I love it. This is my home. Oh no, it's dark now.
Yeah, it's dark.
Oh,
Okay, let's.
this is not easy to drink this.
Got coffee, good to go. Oh, dude, these videos are freaking sweet, man. Oh boy. So, I guess that's coffee per what they were saying. And if you guys were wondering where your kitchen table is, the back of the hatch, the inside of the hatch is your kitchen table. Those are meals. That's food. Obviously, you got coffee.
For the first time.
Yeah. Other side.
Eric, say hi.
This is
I can't explain how fun microgravity is. Isn't
Yeah.
it good?
The best thing.
Like it looks amazing in the videos when you see astronauts in space, but it doesn't really reflect the
fun.
joy that it brings. It's
Your
amazing.
food wants you to eat it.
I mean, check this out. Oh, fog, projectile.
How did you sleep last night?
I slept really well.
Good. It was
Yeah, we
so
slept well.
cozy. I heard that you don't sleep so well in space, but I think we all slept extremely well.
Yeah.
dude, I can watch this all
too.
day, dude. I'm
Floating around.
Yeah,
gonna switch
Yeah,
over to
nice
this
and
side.
soft. Very soft.
yeah. The first few hours are a little bit weird, but
Yeah.
after sleeping, I feel everything's all good.
I
Quite
feel like
fresh.
You're just gonna get used to like not really having control. If you let go of stuff, you'll just float wherever and
Yeah.
spin.
There's water bottles right there.
I felt that if I had my head just touching something, that little anchoring feeling, doesn't matter what it was, and that's why I understand people strap a pillow to their head, and it worked really well. When I was just free floating, it's like, this is weird, because very rarely are you in bed and you feel like you're in that weightlessness. So I think even if it's something hard like that, just against my head, I felt I slept much better.
Eric's head also gets velcroed to the velcro, so I think he has an advantage.
Let me find some Velcro.
It's all
The
soft
interesting
up in
thing is flying in polar orbits is I think 60 to 70% of the time when I randomly look out a window, I see white.
there. Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
seen.
I don't think
So good.
astronauts on the ISS will have this kind of view.
And it's so epic because it's another kind of desert, so it just goes on and on and on
Yeah.
all the way. It's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's why this really is exploratory, right?
Like right now.
It's incredible. I mean,
Wild, man.
every time you look out there, you got ice and snow. I love it. This is my home. Oh no, it's dark now.
Yeah, it's dark.
Oh,
Okay, let's.
this is not easy to drink. This
What's that?
Jeez. So these are shots from the From 2 mission that's going on. It's a private mission that's flying in a polar orbit around Earth. And I must say, these pictures are pretty good, man. Pretty good. Pretty cool video. So that mission's going to be up there for... It's anywhere between 3 to 5 days, depending on, weather, recovery conditions, etc., etc. If you want to see Dragon's environmental control systems, it's on page 3. I mean, yeah, see? It's packed on the very bottom. Yep. The toilet's up top, but the tanks for the toilet are down the bottom. Yeah, there's the vent. We've seen that vent go a couple of times. Cool. And then look, there's your HVAC. Look at it. Look, it's got like what an airplane has, blow cold air on you. And look, they're recirculating into the vestibule. Well, not the vestibule, but the hatch. See around there? Pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's all their valves are on one panel with a fire extinguisher. Check page 10. Bab and Doug. There's the Lyo cartridges. They scrub CO2. Dehumidifier box. You don't want moisture building up. You don't want humidity inside of a spacecraft. That's bad for it. It makes things rust amongst other things, and then mold gets everywhere. Seriously, it happened on Mir. Not good. Yep, there it is. That's why the humming got louder when the camera got close to it. Yeah, there you go. And the ISS evidently stinks like a wet gym. Yeah, humidity on a spacecraft is no good. It needs to stay dry. Yeah, because you'll get mold accumulating everywhere. Like if you're not careful. That did happen on Mir. Yeah, it did not smell good in there. And that's part of the reason why they got rid of it, you know? Yeah, moldy space station. That's absolutely a thing. That's why they also use it to dehumidify the suits. Like you don't want, you know, like wet gym socks. You don't want wet spacesuit, like, because you're sweating inside of it and stuff. You don't want you don't want to smell terrible. Amongst other things. Could cause a short too. Yeah, there's also that. Yeah, you probably don't want that either. This is good, Baron. Thank you for linking this. Super cool. COPP, microgravity, computational fluid dynamics, temperature. Interesting. Huh. Huh. The treadmill on the ISS is a mold generator, you're saying? Yeah, pretty much. Didn't Mir start having problems when mold started attacking and breaking down all the rubber components? I don't know for sure off the top of my head, dude, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what happened. Yeah, that sounds right. Pretty cool. What's that? What's that guy over there? Interesting question. What do they do for, like, the salt from the sweat? I don't know. Let's go look. Where's that dehumidifier again? Dehumidifying sizing was dictated by crew metabolic water generation rate and target cabin humidity, the latter of which is based on the cabin air dew point required to preclude condensation on the pressure section interior. The large required membrane area led to an extensive manufacturing development campaign for the Nafian banks, which resulted in setting up dedicated shop floor space, tooling, and test assets in an ammonia-controlled environment. In addition to manufacturing difficulty, a disadvantage of the system's architecture is susceptibility to chemical degradation, which is further described later in this paper. Overall, although this system design is well suited for the mission scope of Crew Dragon, its architecture is not directly applicable to long-duration ECLS, since it would be impractical to recover the rejected water. However, lessons learned from the design and production processes will nevertheless be useful for the development of future systems that use physically and chemically sensitive membranes. I think we should go up here to part 2. Humidity in Dragon is controlled by a dehumidifier system while on orbit. The dehumidifier uses the vacuum of space to draw humidity across water permeable but air impermeable Nafian membranes. Control valves for selective enabling of 4 Nafian banks to autonomously control the rate of water vapor removal. 2 vacuum lines allow for removed water to be vented to space. Huh. Each line has an isolation valve to turn off the system when the capsules in the atmosphere are on station. Compared to a condensing heat exchanger, the Nafion dehumidifier is passive and does not require water phase separation and storage to successfully operate. Instead, the water remains in the vapor phase on both the cabin side and the vacuum side of the membrane and is rejected to space. This saves power or cooling that otherwise would be needed to condense water during flight. Additionally, the mass of the water leaves the vehicle and does not need to be stored or dumped using another system. Validation of the system's driving physics during ground testing is relatively simple as the system operates identically in microgravity and 1G. Modulation of water removal rate is facilitated by the fact that water flux through Nafion increases with higher humidity, such that the system finds stable equilibrium humidity with a given number of control valves open and a certain humidity generation rate. Who the hell designed that? That's unreal. That's so smart, dude. What the heck? What the heck? The dehumidifier is a passive system. That's freaking cool, dude. Wow. That's impressive. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. So, I'm sorry, that didn't really answer your question about salt on your skin, but also, that's really cool. Very smart. On that note, you should know that the Crew Dragon that From 2 is using is a heavily upgraded environmental control system to support full capsule repressurization in case of emergency. It was upgraded for the EVA and still has the capability. Word? Yeah, they vent the water overboard. So that's the trade-off. It's a passive system, but they're metering it with vacuum and humidity, right? But you're not storing water, so the capsule you can run out of water. The ISS would recycle it. This thing just dumps it overboard. Look at that. I wonder if Starliner has one of these kinds of papers. I'm curious how this differs from other spacecraft. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the shuttle stored water. Shuttle definitely had water tanks on it. Definitely. They were on the third deck underneath the mid deck. I know that for a fact. I haven't seen them, but I've seen the hatch that goes to them. If that helps. It's next to the poop deck. It is next to the... Yes, it's next to the toilet. Actually, like Dragon, the shuttle's toilet is right next to the door. Dragon's toilet is up above the door. See, this is the toilet. It's up above the hatch. The shuttle, you walk in, the bathroom's on your right. The rest will be published when Starliner is certified by NASA, but this is the humidity control system. Patented humidity control technology developed under Commercial Crew Development 1. Oh. Interesting. How does Orion work, considering it's designed for a longer time in space? I don't know where Orion's toilet is. We'd have to go look. Yeah, it doesn't say much. Yeah, it doesn't really say much. Cool. Anyway, those are the shots from 2. That's really cool. Speaking of private missions, there's another one. Another one's teed up. Another private Dragon mission. NASA Space Operations posted this. Launch update. The Axiom 4 mission, the fourth private astronaut mission to the ISS, is targeted to launch net May 2025 from NASA Kennedy in Florida. Learn more about private astronaut missions. Who do we got on board? That's Peggy. Peggy's on board. Yeah. Have they paid for their other missions yet? Yeah, I'm wondering about that. So May for the next mission. So I had to look this up. Peggy Woodson is the commander. And then Shubhanshu Shukla, Indian. There's that guy. No, Slav Zuzensky Wyzanewski. And then there's Tibor Kapu. Cool. That's the crew. Polish. E for effort. You know what, man? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take the E for effort. It was close. Dobry vai. So that's the crew there. So we got a Hungarian, a Pole, an Indian, and an American walk into a bar. I mean spacecraft. I mean space station. Do we know how much these private missions costs? No, I've tried to look into it before. The only thing I could find is that Axiom hasn't paid for them yet. But I don't know if that's still true. ESA selected astronauts to appease the new members, but sent them to the back rooms to never fly. Now countries are skirting ESA and flying for their own crew missions, which makes ESA mad. Talk, get hit. I don't know. You reap what you sow.
My name is Jeff.
My name Jeff. You know, crazy, man. Another private mission on the books, dude. The stats for Dragon at this point, guys, are it's not space shuttle like amounts of flights, but it's still pretty crazy because the Dragon has accrued more flights in the past 5 years than the space shuttle accrued probably in like 10. You know? I mean, look at now. Once again, I'm on Wikipedia, so take this for what it's worth. But this is pretty dang accurate as far as I can tell. Check this out. So Endeavour has 5 flights. 5 flights to its name. Resilience is on its 4th flight right now after flying Crew 1, Inspiration 4, and Polaris Dawn. 208 is a cargo Dragon, 5 resupply missions. 209 is a cargo Dragon, 4 resupply missions. There's 210, which is Endurance, which has 4 missions, right? 211's a cargo. There's 212, which has 4 missions as well. 213 is the brand new one. It's scheduled to... Oh, new capsule. All right. If Starliner gets the kibosh, would SpaceX have to build more Dragons? 6-string, I think they're... I think SpaceX could make do with what they have. I really do. You know how I know? They're making do with what they have right now because Starliner doesn't fly. It's already working just fine right now. I'm pretty sure that SpaceX could resupply the space station by themselves. Like, yeah, pretty sure they could do that by themselves. That is why, yeah, that's why they built C-213 though, yep. But 213's probably the last one, guys. That's the last Dragon capsule. You believe that? SpaceX and Cygnus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those two could just do it by themselves. Yeah. But you know what the crazy thing is that yeah, we talked about pretty in depth about how Starliner has some pretty gaping problems that it has to fix. They'll fix it. But can you imagine? You know, that thing gets up and running and it's not a death trap, right? And then you got Dream Chaser on top of that. So you got Dream Chaser and Cygnus on the resupply, right? And Starliner and Dragon. Like, that's pretty good, man. Why is it the last one? Why is 213 the last one? Brun, there's a lot of reasons. Long story short, they're building a much bigger Dragon capsule out of stainless steel in Texas. Don't need any more. By the time these things reach end of life, Starship should be flying. Yeah. Pretty crazy, right? They did test reboost with Dragon. They did, Rarest. That's right. Stainless steel, not aluminum. Got an engine Starship. Starship is the reason why. SpaceX is going to use that. The Dragon capsules are... I don't know how many flights they're good for. 10? I think it was 10, but that may have been another capsule. Oh, remember that? Remember that Starship flame deflector? Remember when that's what they wanted to do? Yeah, nah. You sure about that? See last, please. Do you know any websites besides N2YO that give predictions on when you can see spacecraft? It doesn't seem to work for From 2. No, not off the top of my head. By the way, another Crew Dragon mission hot off the press. Hot off the press? Wait, what? This is coming from Vast. Chris Hadfield stopped by Vast HQ in Long Beach to get a first-hand look at our latest hardware developments and share insights on his time on the ISS. Huh. Alright. Vast. It's pretty vast. Why not just keep Dragon to have a cheaper option than Starship? I think SpaceX plans on reusing Dragons. There's no need to make any more. Once again, we'd have to go figure out what the maximum, like, operational life cycle of those capsules are. But as from what I can tell, guys, like, replace the heat shield and replace the panels and recharge the life support systems, and it's kind of good to go, which is... I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's the gist of it. I don't really see, like, anything else being... Like, maybe the batteries being, like, a thing that you have to mess with. Said contract. What do you got? I'm pretty sure they designed these things to be reused a lot, so... Vast announces a deal with SpaceX to launch 2 human spaceflight missions to the International Space... What the heck? When was this? December? And they just had Drew Feustel. They had Drew Feustel show up. He was in Das's video, and now Chris Hadfield's there too. Vast is cooking, dude. Vast is cooking. Do you have this in your space news links? Oak Ridge National Laboratory creates new testbed to propel research on nuclear-powered rockets. No, but I do now. I do now. Boom! 15 flights. It's complicated as ISS missions last so long. Thanks, one man. Well, 15 flights, if we put... So, let's see. Since DM2, right, in May of 2020, we're pretty much 5 years on. right? And every capsule seems to have at least 4 or 5 missions. So if we extrapolate 5 missions for a Dragon every 5 years, right? And the Dragons, as we know them right now, one man, are good for 15 missions. That puts the current crop of Dragons that we have, that'll put them into operational, like they'll stay operable till 2035. I think we're good. Let me put it to you like this. If Starship is not operational and human rated by 2035, SpaceX has done something very wrong. So I think we're good. I think that's, I mean, if you think about it like that, that's why I wanted to know how many, how many missions can each one of these suckers fly, Vast is putting the band back together. Yep. Maybe they could pull one apart and design a testing rebuild plan to extend life. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. I mean, they don't reuse them, Bill. They refurbish the capsules. Like, the outside of those things gets so cooked, and obviously they got to replace the heat shield and stuff, right? So, okay, what's up? Do you think we'll get fusion rockets before fusion power plants? Power plants first, most likely. Jeff, that's a good question. Do you think Boeing has ever thought of Starliner as something more than a contract fulfillment? It seems like SpaceX has always had extra plans since the start. Boeing really pined for that commercial crew contract because they foresaw an expansion of low Earth orbit missions. Yes. Boeing has said many times that they want to capitalize on the commercial low Earth orbit markets. Yeah. Yes, they are. There's wanting to do that, and then there's, there's wanting to do that, and then there's actually doing that. I want to start my own launch provider, but,
Thank you for your...
talk is cheap, homie. Then there's actually doing things, Also, Dragon is now certified for 240 days on orbit. They stayed 235 days for Crew 8 to work as a lifeboat for Butch and Sunny, longest Crew Dragon mission. Dude, what a monster.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Darth Hand Banana, 116-month resub. Hand Banana, no! No! I'm sorry, dude. That's awesome. That makes me so happy, dude. Like, okay, not to go oh, that's so deep, man. Like, when I was a kid, or like in school or whatever, you read about these missions, like, oh, the first mission to the Arctic. You read about Shackleton, and those expeditions and stuff, and you hear, you all these great Earth explorers and all these awesome expeditions and stuff, right? Like, and you're like, oh yeah, it's, and then you think of that meme. It's like, born too late to explore the Earth, born too early to explore the stars, right? But no, dude, no, nah, we're good, dude. This is happening. This is the thing, man. This is the thing that we're doing. No, rockets are actually easier. On Earth, you have to keep the plasma going in a circle, and that causes problems. Our first thoughts on what fusion reactors were going to be was actual linear, but there is a problem of what happens when plasma hits the ends. On a rocket, you just put the nozzle there. Oh, yeah. Just put the nozzle there. Yeah, no, yeah, that's... Okay, so... Yeah, that might be a good point. So if that's what's going on, Aqualex, then why the hell aren't we doing it? Was that a picture of Canada? No. I think that's the South Pole. Or the North Pole. I mean, North Pole, Canada. It's all snowy. Why didn't NASA do a human polar mission with the shuttle? They were going to. One man Challenger prevented that from happening. It was seen as too dangerous. Yep. Looks like Canada to you. I mean, there is a lot of Canadian water in this picture. See all this white stuff? Damn Canadian water. I mean, May, you're saying the same thing. You can direct plasma easier, so why don't we do that? Honest question, guys. Why don't we do that? Like, I see much more about fusion power plants than I do about fusion rockets. Unless I'm completely missing something from this equation. I mean, you guys asked me, what do you think is going to happen first, not which one is easier. Remember that. There's actually a company working on it. Before, there wasn't the will, need, industry, or affordable launch services. Okay. What exactly was it that was more dangerous about Slick 6 missions? It's the fact that the shuttle was basically going to do a once around mission, dude. That was the big, you know, a once around. If something goes weird, or like you can't close your, like, okay, say the payload bay doors don't close, you're dead. Dead. Say they don't open, you're also dead. You're not re-entering with a 20-ton spy satellite in the payload bay. Like, there's a lot of like, okay, if this doesn't work, we're screwed. You know? That was my thought. If they saw it as a truly viable income source, you think Starliner would be a bit further along at this point. Yeah, that's what happens when you have your aerospace company being run by business people and not aerospace engineers. It's weird, huh? It doesn't look green, so it's probably not Greenland. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, so speaking of SpaceX and Dragons, I'm going to change the subject here a little bit. Victoria, what are you saying? I think I remember from the Starliner CFT that it can only stay in orbit for like 90 days because of the batteries. How will they deal with that when the ISS rotations typically last longer? That was probably a baseline, if I had to guess, Victoria. It's probably just a baseline. The DM2 Dragon couldn't stay on orbit for that long either. They were worried about like solar cell degradation, if I'm remembering right. It was probably just a baseline. Starliner, I mean, they've been pining for 6 month stays since 2014. There's no way they missed that. However, you know, you'd think that they would have gotten the thermal model right for pulse width modulating your thrusters that have 30 years of design heritage behind them, but they, didn't do that. Booster 14 is on the OLM. Yeah, we saw it yesterday. Shrugs in Shuttle C. Yep. Oh, we're way past that, Jerry. All right. Anyway, speaking of good stuff here, take a look. So, on Thursday, so tomorrow at 6:54, so actually about 24 hours from now, we have Starlink Group 11-13 launching. All right. Starlink 11-13. Who's hype? You guys hype? It's launching out of Vandenberg. Oh, also, this is Booster 1088 on its 5th flight. 14-day turnaround. Meaning that this booster has flown 3 times in a month. Or will have flown 3 times in a month if it goes tomorrow. Booster 1088, that first stage, is the booster that flew... Sphere-X Punch, and then a National Reconnaissance Office mission. I believe it was L69. Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 1088. If it flies, if this mission goes tomorrow, it will be its third flight in a month. That's pretty cool. She's dialed. Yeah, that stage is dialed in, man. That's crazy. I wonder what upgrades they've done to these newer Falcon 9 boosters that allowed them to do that, you know? How much of this data do you think is being used for decisions on Starship? A lot. A lot of it, Hellfish. Sure, absolutely. Falcon 9 propulsive landing basically led right to doing that. Right? Why? Because why would you catch the booster? You wouldn't catch the booster unless you were, you know, because catching the booster is quicker. Well, why is catching the booster quicker? Because landing the booster with landing legs takes time because you got to fold the stupid things up and then you got to take the booster sideways and then you got to ship it back to the launch site. No, just do away with all that and just send it right back to the pad. Boom. There you go. Right? Absolutely. Falcon 9 is driving Starship decisions and rationale. Absolutely it is. SpaceX wouldn't have been able to do this without Falcon 9. No freaking way. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at it. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? Oh, look at that. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? RTLS. How about RTLP? Yeah, there you go. Right? Yeah, Archie. Crazy, right? So yeah, that Starlink tomorrow is actually a pretty high-profile mission. 3 flights of a Falcon 9 first stage in 1 month. That is absurd. What about return to these struts? I don't know. You tell me. What about returning to this timeout? Got him. Got him. Say your prayers, Rabbit. Say your prayers, Wabbit. Oh! Oh, man. It's like that, is it? No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Anyway, how's that for cool? All right, what else do we got here? This is coming from Andrew Parsonson on a mission to promote European spaceflight. Thales Alenia has completed the primary structure of the Habitation and Logistics Outpost module for Gateway and sent it on its way to Northrop Grumman. Oh, that thing. That's nice. Don't drop it. Oh, you guys made the joke too. Don't drop it. I mean, you could drop that. It's fine. It's okay. But does it actually work? Oh. You were talking about nuclear engines, and I just remember this is just on our lawn collecting dust. Oh, what the? Why are you showing me this? Why is that outside? Why is that outside? Just build a building. Put a tent over it, for the love of... Ah! Sorry. No. All right. So that's a nuclear thermal engine right there, a working one that we decided we didn't want to use. Yeah. Not a lot of people know that NASA developed nuclear engines with the Department of Energy in the 60s and had an operational prototype. The operational prototype led to a flight engine, and that worked. And then we decided we didn't want to do that anymore because it was too expensive. Expensive. Also, there's an aerospike over there. That's an XRS 2200 aerospike, Hydrolox linear aerospike. That's supposed to be used on Venture Star. That also works. We decided we didn't want to do that. And then a Saturn V first stage engine. Also, 3 engines. It's too expensive. Anyway, has anything actually used an aerospike? No, not a rocket engine. It's all right. It's all right, guys. It's all right. We got Raptor. We got Raptor. They're working on new nuclear engines. Check the album for more. Dude, the sign is not even in good condition. What? I'm not mad. You know what? I was about to say I'm not mad. I'm pissed. That's not okay. Just put them inside. You know what? Frick it. Don't put them inside. This one belongs in space. That one belongs on an SSTO, and this one belongs on a Saturn V, okay? This one preferably at the bottom of the ocean, because that means it launched something into space, all right? That is where these rocket engines belong. Anyway, why'd you link that? Why'd you do that? That was not cool. Anyway, guys, I'm about to show you something that, you guys tell me what you think about this picture. I'm going to show you something. I'm pretty sure you'd have a stroke if you went to the Huntsville Museum. So much stuff is outside. Oh, believe me, I've talked with people at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center about this. Oh, I know. Titan stuff, Saturn stuff. S4B's just left outside. Anyway. It's like Dad said, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Yep. Anyway. VFT there? We'll see. What's sad is that Hoppy is probably going to look like Nerva after a decade or so. Nah, it's stainless. It'll be fine. So, what do you guys think about this picture? Surely this will excite emotions in everybody in chat, and people will look at this and be very happy about it. Free overnight delivery? Free delivery has gone too far. Will deliver my next package. So, this is footage from inside of the clean room for Project Kuiper. I should probably go ahead and follow them at this point. Yep. That's an Atlas V 551 fairing, or at least a 500 series.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
It's not a 551. It's a 500 series fairing for the first Project Kuiper launch that is on the books. It's going on top of this. An Atlas V CCB, which is a common core booster, right? That has been stacked in the vehicle integration facility at Complex 41, Space Launch Complex 41. There they are installing the boosters. It is a 551, yeah. Okay, cool. 3 boosters on this side, 551. Yep, that's LVOS right there. This is the second stage inside of the cylindric interstage adapter. About this mission. Oh. ULA's released the timeline, which includes a 14-minute Centaur burn. Wow. Wow. That is a long burn. I mean, but Centaur can do it. Not a big deal. Real question. How can anybody realistically compete with Starlink? The only really big way to compete with Starlink at this point is to have deep pockets. Also note the inclination in the picture. Shouldn't that Atlas V be set aside for Starliner contracts? No, 1062. Project Kuiper bought 9 Atlas Vs. And the other, I think there's like 1 or 2 more for national security missions. And then there's the 6 Atlases for Starliner. Ah, Phil, look at that. 40 degrees inclined for Project Kuiper, huh? Just Starliner, Kuiper, and Viasat 3. Oh, okay, there you go. Viasat 3, that's what it is. Yeah. All ULA missions. Oh, yeah, you could look that up on Next Space Flight. That's right, I forgot about this. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's all that's on the books. Or we could go next. Yeah, there we go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They got 15 Atlases left. This looks like a cruise ship page. What room are you getting? Oh, God. It kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah, if you guys look at the inclination here. The inclination of the orbit is about 42 degrees. Interestingly enough. What is this, Baron? Let me see. Here's what to expect from Project Kuiper's first full-scale satellite launch. United Launch Alliance will send 27 Kuiper satellites into low Earth orbit as we begin a full-scale deployment of our satellite network. Project Kuiper is set to send its full batch of satellites to space, making an important step in a mission to deliver fast, reliable internet to customers and communities around the world. The mission named KA-01 for Kuiper Atlas 1 will launch on a ULA Atlas V from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station and deploy 27 satellites at an altitude of 280 miles, so 450 kilometers. Launch is currently scheduled for net 12 p.m. on Wednesday, April 9th. Oh, sweet. That's next week. All right. I guess we'll never see what they look like. Yeah, right. Why does Kuiper require an Atlas V 500 series? Well, 27 of them is the reason why. Gee, I wonder where they got the idea for that. How many Kuipers do you think New Glenn will carry? New Glenn could carry double that. Project Kuiper will deliver high-speed, low-latency internet to virtually any location on the planet, and we expect to begin delivering service to customers later this year. Can I say this in Bezos' voice? Our first-generation satellite system will include more than 3,200 advanced low-Earth orbit satellites, and we've secured more than 80 launches to deploy that initial constellation, with each one adding dozens of satellites to that network. Yeah, not bad, right? It's getting there. We got to dial it in a little bit more. We can do it, though. We can do it. The KA-01 mission is just the first step in that process. You heard some Bill creep in there. We've designed some of the most advanced communication satellites ever built, and NASA is the best place to work. And the proof is in the gigantic bowl of pudding. I can't do his laugh. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, they said Bill 1062. They didn't say which one, all right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, anyway. Sorry. We've done extensive testing on the ground to prepare for the first mission, but there are some things you can only learn in a flight. And this will be the first time we've flown our final satellite design, the first time we've deployed so many satellites at once. No matter how the mission unfolds, this is just the start of our journey, and we have all the pieces in place to learn and adapt as we prepare to launch again and again over the coming years. I did not have it. Relic, wrong bill. I mean, Project Kuiper's satellite payload will be the heaviest payload Atlas has ever flown. To accommodate it, ULA will fly Atlas V in its most powerful configuration. The rocket will include 5 solid rocket boosters in addition to its main booster, and a payload fairing which contains the satellites. That is 77 feet high and 16 feet wide. Nice. You know, I love that that Amazon uses America units and then has those other measurements in parentheses. It's 23 meters high, 5 meter wide fairing. That's an Atlas 500 fairing, guys. Those other units, those non-lunar units, yeah, that's right. Bill Cosby, over the next few years, Kuiper and the ULA teams will conduct several more Atlas V launches and 38 launches on ULA's larger Vulcan Centaur rocket. That was, I mean, like I said, you didn't say which Bill. An additional 30 plus launches are planned across the next launch providers there in Space Blue Origin and the space people with the X at the name. This is a pudding pop. Sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. So, yeah, they have 30 launches planned across the other launch providers, Arianespace, Blue Origin, and SpaceX. Yeah, believe it or not, Amazon is launching 3 Project Kuiper missions on Falcon 9. 38 on Vulcan Centaur, 9 on Atlas V. I believe 12 on Ariane 6 and 18 on New Glenn. Crazy, right? Now do Bill Burr. Launch is only the first step in the months-long KAO-1 mission, ULA will manage and launch a deployment sequence from their Advanced Spaceflight Operations Center, whatever that is. Now do Bill Murray. Bill Murray sounds normal. I can't do normal people's voices, man. Rally, jeez. What about Bill Belichick? Are you guys just naming people that have Bill as their first name? Carl Sagan. Billy D. Williams. Bill Clinton? No, maybe. All right. I'm going to keep going. Launch is only the first step in the months-long KAO-1 mission. ULA will manage and launch deployment sequence from the Advanced Spaceflight Operations Center at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. So that's the ASOC. It's the former Atlas Spaceflight Operations Center, guys. That's where they store Atlas 5 cores at the Cape, and that's where ULA's mission control is. It's on the southern portion of the former ITL Causeway. Yeah, pretty cool. Our initial objective for the KAO-1 mission is to deploy the satellite safely in orbit, which means that they can independently maneuver and communicate with our team on the ground. To do so, once the satellites have successfully separated from the rocket, they will begin a series of mostly automated steps to activate onboard systems and use their electric propulsion systems to gradually ascend to their assigned orbit of 392 miles, 630 kilometers. The satellites will travel at a speed of more than 17,000 miles per hour, 27,359 kilometers per hour. Now Long March 5. On orbit and circle the planet approximately every 90 minutes. When the satellites complete the orbit raising process, we will look ahead to our ultimate mission, providing end-to-end network connectivity. This involves sending data from the internet through our ground infrastructure up to satellites and down to customer terminal antennas, and then repeating the journey in the other direction. Yep. Breaking the bill streak. Could you read and Doc Brown? Well, I can, but I'm not going to. Following KAO-1, we will continue to increase our production, processing, and deployment rates as we prepare to begin delivering service to customers. We already have begun shipping and processing satellites for our next mission, KAO-2, which will also use an Atlas V rocket and launch from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Interesting. 27 is what an Atlas V can put up there. 27 satellites to a 630 circular orbit is no joke. That's a lot. Oh yeah, Baron, here. In addition, the satellites are coated in a dielectric mirror film unique to Project Kuiper satellites that scatters reflected sunlight to help make them less visible to ground-based astronomers. Yeah. Yeah. Unique, so they must have tweaked a couple of things so they could say that. Momento. Cool. Cool. Apparently, they have an FCC deadline of 1,618 satellites by July 30th, 2026. Do you think they can make it? No wonder they bought Falcon 9 missions, Phil. Actually, it was SpaceX who invented it and shared it with the industry. Yeah, but they didn't say they were the first ones to do it. They said it's something they did. They have a unique version of it, which is, that's one of those, you know, that's not saying that they're the first ones to do it, but the way that marketing speak goes makes it seem like they're the first ones that did it. They can ask for an extension if they show progress. It's like Coke and Pepsi, yeah. Bepis. Malls. That's what they want you to think. Yep. Cool. So yeah, that's there you go. Missions next week. Project Kuiper. Check page 14. All right. More PDIFs. This is from modal testing video and motion magnification. Uh I would. Oh wait. Well, you know. Ooh. Spectrograms show the initial rollout of the VAB, stopping for the crew access arm retract and then ramping up in speed. Yep, CIA retract. There's your speed ramp. Interesting. It isn't funny, guys. Rockets only do this when they're stressed. Right. Yeah, amplified by 100 times. Yeah, Raiden. They did it to... I mean, hey, you know, you amplify it by 100 times, it doesn't break, you're good to go. But I'm pretty sure that if you tried to do that with the rocket, it wouldn't be very happy. Wouldn't be stressed. Give that man a sub. He's already subbed, but yes. All right, so there you go. That mission is good to go. There's that fairing with the Amazon logo on it. Yeah, Chow Dubs. Yeah. Isn't that what happened with the Scandinavian launch? I don't know, maybe. Spiral launch system. Off the rails. I'm kind of new here, at least in EJ's world, but he seems just as sane as I am. I'm good. I'm fine. We're all fine here now. How are you? They order the fairings from Amazon? Nah, Amazon put their logo on them. Yeah, look at this. Targeting April 9th. There's the graphic. Okay. All right. Yeah. Why is there an economy for shooting up rockets now with satellite internet than before SpaceX did it? Gearrock, it's basically because people looked at what SpaceX was doing and saw that you could make a lot of money off of it. SpaceX just did the hard part and did it first. Launch costs going down, cost to ensure flights going down has a lot to do with it too. Yeah, Wisp, there you go. The FCC allowing it, that's kind of important. So the FCC won't let me be without me and meat. The technology too, yeah. Starlink satellites use an optical. They have an optical transmission system. The Starlink satellites, from satellite to satellite, they beam light. The FCC will let them be. But they try to shut it down on MTV, but it feels so empty without meat. Now this looks like a lunch to me, so everybody just let me eat because I need a little pork and beef because it feels so empty without meat. Those are the lyrics, right? Nailed it. Oh, all right. Okay, I'm gonna head out. All right, I'm gonna head out now. Nah. All right. Cool. So that launch is scheduled for next week. Now, let's see what's going on with Starbase. Let's take a look here. Look at this crane. Don't think about this too hard, RB. You might be able to come up with a better zinger if you do. So, Booster 14 is still out on the stand. Should see at least an attempt for a static fire in the. I think it's Friday. I think. Will this pad be operational by Q3? I'm telling you, with the amount of concrete trucks I've seen go in and out of this thing, or amount of cement mixers, I should say, going in and out of this thing, they're definitely making a push. Look at this graph. Another pour did happen today. That's right, Kate. Yep. I saw the pumper trucks going in and out when, or I saw a pumper truck leave when we were playing, that one. I saw that leave when we were playing Timberborn. See the pumper? So that Mack truck is, I don't think it's doing anything. I think there's another pumper behind it. That dude just, oh, dude, did the dude in the dump truck just drive up behind his buddy and lay in on the horn to scare the crap out of him? Is that what happened? Look. That's awesome. He laid it on the horn on the dump truck. That's pretty funny, dude. I'm driving here. Yep. I'm waiting to see 3 fully stacked starships at the same time. 2 at Starbase and 1 at 39A. I'll tell you what I'd do, man. Stack 2 starships at the same time, man. They always set a second pump as a backup if the other one goes down. Oh, that makes sense, Goal, yeah. Whatever happened to that SpaceX 11K? Did they ever reconfigure it? The black crane? It's there somewhere. I think it's at Massey's. I don't know. I could be wrong. Look, the bottom line is that they're pouring a bunch of concrete right now. First static fire windows tomorrow, 7A to 7P. Oh, boy. Don't leave. Come back. That's fair. That's fair. You should go to jail for that pun? What? It's not a pun. Dude, seeing the construction site go makes me want to play freaking workers, dude. Oh, look at this Ferd! Oh, yeah. SpaceX Ferd. Bottom line, check out that new Hyundai. You know what? Hi. You know why I like that? I'm not generally a fan of Hyundais. You know why I like that? Because it doesn't look like everything else. That's why I like that. I've decided. At least they were trying. At least they were trying to do something different, okay? Credit where credit is due. They didn't make a car that looks like an egg with wheels. You believe the big SpaceX crane is undergoing its routine inspections. Any OP notice to say if it's a static fire or not? I've heard nothing, Archie. I'll get back to you on that one, though. Ford Flex. It does look like a Ford Flex. But, hey, whatever. And whatever. Credit where credit is due. It doesn't look like every other freaking car going down the road. That's cool. I dig it. It looks like a bloated XB. You know what? At least it's not an egg with wheels, okay? The local cement factory's not millionaires yet. I'm sure they're happy, Derek, but I will tell you this, dude. The pour for the trench and all this stuff is a small job down in Texas. Seriously, dudes. Small job. Oh, yeah. Your shoe bias is showing? I don't wear shoes. I wear boots. That's a small job, dude. Down in Texas, dude, the infrastructure down there. Like, yeah, here. So, like, okay, there's the pad right there, right? They're working on it. The camera, the trailer cam is right here looking this way. I mean, this is a picture from a year ago, and it's an empty... That is a picture from a year ago, and there is nothing there. Jeepers. Huh. I blame you. Now I got Eminem stuck in your head. Sorry. Next spaceflight notification, a Starlink launch from Vandenberg in 24 hours. Yep. Yeah, third flight for 1088 in less than 30 days, dude. You're looking at about 800K per 1,000 yards usually. But that's nothing compared to like the LNG terminal that they're putting here. The LNG terminal, dude, they set up a concrete factory on site to pour all the concrete there. There's aggregate. Okay. All right. I'll give you 3 guesses how I know this. All right. When we go to South Padre Island for NSF, we drive on this road right here. See that one? We drive on this road, so we drive by the damn LNG terminal. Okay, so you want to hear the scope of this job? So SpaceX over at Starbase has 2 Liebherr 11Ks, and then a bunch of smaller telescoping cranes. This job, the last time I drove by it, I counted 35 Liebherr 11,000s. 35 of them. And 10 telescoping cranes that had their booms up. I knew that there was an aggregate storage and an aggregate mixing facility for concrete on board because, like on site because of workers. I'm like, oh, they're mixing the aggregates on site. You know, 35. Dude, SpaceX's contract is peanuts compared to this. It's unbelievable. 35 cranes, dude. There's only a couple set up. Oh, that wasn't even including tower cranes. They have some type of holding tanks that they're putting over here. The last time I drove by, there were some type of holding tanks that they had 3 or 4 tower cranes around. Yeah. See, there's yeah, look. Oh yeah, look, right. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dude, look, they're everywhere. There's just cranes. Just freaking cranes everywhere. Oh yeah, look. That, see? Aggregate processing. Oh, that's weird. They're processing on site. Gee! I wonder where we learned that from. You need to see the Golden Pass. Well, you had that Hermes thing. I want to... So yeah, Derek, the concrete people are making money off of SpaceX, but it's not like this. Dude, when you see this thing come together, it's an insane project. These pictures don't do it justice. You drive by and you just be like, okay. And then down here in the Port of Brownsville, they have an oil rig tender crane. There is a crane here that is specifically for tending to oil rigs. I don't know where it is in this picture, but the crane, it's the biggest crane I've ever seen, personally. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. I've never seen a bigger crane than that thing. I think this is it, but the picture is all screwed up. Yeah, it's an oil crane, or it's a crane that's designed to lift oil rigs, like, out of the water. It's not in the... Oh, wait. No, pieces of it might be there. Dude, the rig tender crane is unreal. And then the Kennedy is moored right there, which... If anybody knows, I'm just putting the word out. If anybody knows anybody that's willing to, you know, donate the tower from the aircraft carrier, it would make a really nice Starbase viewing spot. Just saying. If anybody knows anybody that do that, you know, that would be cool. This thing? Yeah. It's red and white. It's that crane right there. It's a rig tender. This thing. I mean, it looks tiny compared to the pump jack rig right here, but yeah, that guy. That crane is massive. Like massive. Talk to the curators. Ain't no curators. It's a scrapyard, Creation. Port of Brownsville is a scrapyard. That's what these are for. You bring a ship in there and you scrap it. That's nothing compared to Big Blue. That picture doesn't do it justice, man. I understand, but that crane is way taller. We're going to talk about Big Blue. He's not talking about that crane, goalie. He's talking about... John's talking about the gantry crane at Newport News. That thing, which is also a gigantic crane. But it ain't the rig tender. It's a different type of crane. Like, if you want to try to discern scale here, note, like, the 2-story building that's sitting on top of the crane for the drawworks. Yeah. Yeah. Just putting it out there. That should be some pretty good idea of scale here. That's the new crane. The old one crashed a couple years ago. Where do you find this stuff, dude? Yeah, the red and... Oh. The Atlantic Giant 2. Oh! Yep. Nope. Yeah, that's not supposed to do that. Didn't think we did scrapping in the USA. It's so environmentally toxic. Yeah. What company is pouring the concrete there, Simpleton? It's a bunch of different contractors. Believe me, when I watch the dump trucks go, or the cement trucks go in and out, dude, SpaceX is using like 6 or 7 different contractors. I'm telling you, man, Starbase is an insane operation, but it's nothing. And that's, guys, this is... The LNG terminal is just the beginning. Some of the infrastructure in, like, if you go looking around on Google or the, like, Corpus, you look between Corpus Christi and San Antonio, the oil fields, it is unreal how crazy some of the infrastructure is out there. Like, over here in Corpus, they have a shipyard where they build oil rigs. Look at those bad boys. You think those cranes are big? Look at the Liebherr 11,000 that's sitting next to it. Telling you, man. We can lift stuff. Humanity lifts stuff. Pretty cool. What do you want me to see? Oh. Oh, it's glorious. Oh, it's glorious. That's what the Brownsville one looks like, Baron. Yeah, it looks like this. That's awesome. That's freaking sick, dude. Look at this thing. Look at all the condensers. Oh my goodness. Dinosaur juice, baby. Let's go. Oh, look, there's another one across the street. That's freaking sick, dude. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, that one's offloading or loading. Wow, where is this again? Texas, man. Texas, baby. Dude, they build some pretty nuts stuff down there. Look in Galveston. Look at the field, man. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure this is a refinery. This isn't the field. Well, by pretty sure, I mean I misspoke, and I'm absolutely sure. That's awesome. Dude, look at it. It just goes on. That's nuts, dude. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. No smoking in that area. Yeah, I wouldn't. Texas City right there. Yep. Wait, where are we? Are we too far south? Yeah, we're too far south. We gotta go over here. We're way too far south. I was like, that's not Starbase. So yeah, this thing, tiny little project. Tiny little guy. Oh, Granger. Yeah, Creation, they float. Yeah, the top of the tank can go up and down. Yep, the holding tank. You need to up your workers and resources builds. Yeah. Webb is on the hunt. 4% chance to impact the moon. Asteroid watch. Thanks to NASA Webb, we have more information on asteroid 2024 YR4. It's about the size of a 10-story building. Based on data from Webb and ground-based telescopes, the asteroid has nearly a 4% chance of impacting the moon in 2032. Oh. That construction infrastructure is why SpaceX can move so fast in building their infrastructure. Dude, Brand, that cannot be stressed enough. That cannot be stressed enough that the reason why they can seemingly crap out a launch pad and why these launch pads are getting built so ridiculously fast is because of Texas's industrial base, because of the oil fields. Because if you wanted to build like a Starship Tower in Georgia or something, or someplace that doesn't have a heavy industry behind it, like the Cape has heavy industry behind it, obviously, because they've been launching rockets there for a long time, right? Texas has heavy industry behind it because of the oil infrastructure. And these guys just all happen to be really good at welding stainless steel pipes together. I am thoroughly convinced that the oil and gas industry is partially the reason why Starship is made out of stainless steel. I'm pretty dang sure. Because you have a huge amount of a workforce that knows how to weld that stuff. Yeah. Keep in mind, that's not just Starship. That's the pad plumbing, too. Pretty cool. It helps when we're building in Texas, when we're building at Texas and Cape. Yep. I can't prove it. I have no concrete source there. Concrete source. Brand, but it makes the most sense, dude. Have you seen some of the hardware? Like, look at all the hardware going up that tower. Didn't they buy a stainless steel tank manufacturer? I don't know, Nikita. I never really went to see if that actually was a thing. I've been hanging around with Sawyer too much? Yeah, I know. Yo, I heard you like oil tanks. We put oil tanks in your oil tank. Hey, Wooly. This is a live cam on site. Relic, I set up this camera. Yeah, I set this camera up. I was the last dude to touch this thing when I was down there a month ago. Das and I leveled the camera. That's always the last thing we do before we leave. Because we move trailer. We moved this camera to a parking lot where SpaceX allows remote camera setup during the launches. So the trailer gets moved back and forth. That's why it keeps freezing. It's not freezing. Shut up. Yo, what up, playa? You sure it's level? Oh, I made absolutely sure it's level. Dude's just chilling. How do you power this camera? Solar powered. It's solar powered guitars. Yeah. Doesn't look level. Doesn't look level. SpaceX will get a direct line from the LNG plant you saw in the port. Really? SpaceX was one of the game changers. The LNGs were another one of our game changers. Oh, man. When did this article come out? March 26th. Dude, Baron, we had a theory that LNG terminal was there because of SpaceX. Like, they've been trying to build that LNG terminal. Like, I talked to a bunch of locals down there. They've been trying to build that LNG terminal for a long time, and people kept saying, why do we need this here? Why do we need this here? Well, you have a rocket that uses methane right down the street. That's why you need this here. And they ran a pipeline to it as well, if I'm understanding that correctly. They ran a pipeline from the oil fields to Port of Brownsville, to that filling port, and then they're going to run a pipe to SpaceX as well, which is really freaking cool, dude. What about LOX and nitrogen? Nitrogen is inert, Graham. What about it? LNG is 3 times the price of regular natural gas, let alone cracking oil into LNG. Seems incredibly crude to you. Well, yeah, it starts as crude. I got you. Gotcha. Oh, you mean about how they're gonna move it there, Graham? I was like, dude, there's no way you don't know that. Sorry, that's on me. You can rip it out of with an air separator. They're gonna build an air separator. Ooh, nice truck. They're gonna build an air separator at Sanchez eventually. Wanted strong men to lay pipes for Elon. Oh, very nice. Actually, was that a new Super Duty? That's a nice truck, boy. I like that. I like that truck. Looks good. Homie's got some all-terrains on it. Hell yeah. The equipment is already on site, if I recall correctly. I don't know if that's what the thing that they were trying to build before and then they stopped Aqualex, or if they have it staged or what. I don't know. That 2500 HD that was there a few minutes ago was nicer? No, it wasn't. You want this piece of junk over a Super Duty? Over an F-350? What are you, nuts? Look, it's got a bent tailgate. Homie bent his tailgate. It's typical for Chevy owners. Sorry. Unfiltered EJ came out for a second there. Sorry. My bad. Diesel. That's called proof it actually does work. Yeah, the Super Duty was better. I'll take the Super Duty. What is this? What do you got for me, Kate? Here, I'll move Starbase back up there. Stannis, our water system keeps it cool, even when things are heating up. During a hot fire, the Freday's test stand engine's combustion chamber reaches as high as 6,000 Fahrenheit. Its exhaust plume hits the test stand's J-shaped flame deflector. It's a flame bucket. It's a flame bucket, Stennis, Twitter intern. At 5,000 Fahrenheit and sends a cascade of shockwaves. It's a flame bucket, damn it. Ow. Why would anybody want an IFS heavy-duty pickup? Solid front axle is only the correct answer. That's what Starship's pad's gonna do. Pad B is gonna do that before they fire it. It's gonna make a waterfall in the flame buckets. Oh. The new Super Duty has IFS in it? No. It can't. It's gotta have solids in it. They're Luma Duties? The Super Duties are not made out of... Super Duties are not made out of aluminum. They've been steel, if I'm remembering right. Independent front suspension. There's no way. Super Duties. F-150s, yeah. The new F-150s ain't F-150s, dude. Those are Ford Expeditions with a pickup bed in the back. I'll convert you to Chevy one of these days. No, you won't. I like solids, but hey, whatever. Wasn't watching the stream for a long time, and now I open the stream again and DJ's crapping on Chevy owners. I see you haven't changed. No. No, still me. Still me. You shut your mouth to sue, dude. The new Super Duties went IFS. I don't know. You tell me, dude. I don't think they are. There's no way. An 01 Silverado? I don't mind 01 Silverados, Toothless. Those are great trucks. GMT 800s? One of the best trucks ever made. Yeah, I said it. Dude, it's got a 5.3 or an LS in it. You can't lose. Like, look, dude. Just because I like Ford doesn't mean I'm in denial. You know what I mean? Like, there's being a fanboy of there's brand loyalty, and then there's just facts. You know what I mean? Like. What's that, Baron? Oh boy. This is a storm chasing stream? Run. Run. Get away from that. Oh my God. Dude. Whoa. That was a big tornado. That's live? Dude. Holy schnitzel. Dude, that thing is freaking huge. Connor? That's a big tornado. Oh my goodness. His job is to go towards it. Yeah, you're right. You know, the camera adds 10 pounds. What does that even mean? And this is why I moved in February. Dude, look at the size of that damn thing. That thing is huge. That's a huge tornado. Oh my goodness. Can we go back to watching Starbase? Tech Core. If it's a Ford, it'll be fine, yeah. Okay, it's not about the size of the funnel. Yes, it absolutely is. The homeboy went viral, dude. Look at that. Go, baby, go. Hey, EJ's streaming too. Look at that. I don't want to watch his stream too much, guys. That's nuts, dude. Whoa. That's crazy. That's not necessarily space news, but damn. That was bananas. Do you know that guy? No, I don't know him. That's crazy. 23 active tornado warnings in the Mississippi River Valley and the Ohio River Valley. Run. Run. Jeez. Earth News, yep. Yeah. That dude, that thing was no joke. That's some Jim Cantori stuff right there, huh? Man. His name is Connor Croft. He's a 21-year-old storm chaser. 21, dude. Okay. Harp in action. Oh, give me a break. That Supercell is a monster? Yeah, that's no joke, dude. Alright, we got a couple more things, guys, and then I think we're good for the space. Check this out. Fuel up the blue truck. We're gonna go chase it. It's not my truck. Team is conducting high-speed wind tunnel tests, pushing our quarter-horse Mark II model from Mach 0.6 to Mach 3, core of our flight envelope. Testing under these supersonic conditions is validating our analytical predictions and assembling the critical data set necessary to advance the quarter-house Mark II build. This is Hermes. Hermes is working on supersonic transport propulsion. Nice. The tornado's now in F5. Yep. Crazy. Look at that thing. It looks like a D-21. What is that, Kate? What are we talking about here? Johnson Space Center posted this afternoon. NASA seeking proposals for 2 new private astronaut missions to the space station targeted for 2026 and 2027. These private missions enable American commercial companies to support a continuous human presence in low Earth orbit. I don't know if it's a movable inlet, Creation. It probably is if they're talking about a flight envelope from 0.6 to 3. Interesting. Interesting. Could that have anything to do with Starliner's recent issues? Nice truck. Dude. Connor's... Dude. Yo, be careful, man. Oh my goodness, wind is blowing his truck around. His truck is going sideways down the road. Dude, I'm not showing this. Dude, this is dangerous. He got out. Link that guy. Here, you guys. The link's in chat, dudes. Oh, you know, he was going to check on somebody? Dude, this kid's out of his mind. What are you doing, dude? Nobody was in the house. Dude, homeboy got out of the truck to see if anybody was hurt. What a bamf. That's absurd, dude. That's crazy. I'm not showing this on stream in case somebody gets hurt, man. I'm not doing that. Dude, that's Twister, dude. For real, that's Twister. That's crazy. That's some real stuff right there, dudes. Anyway, yeah, he's driving into it. He's driving into an F5. That's... I tip my cap. That's ballsy. No idea why anybody would want to live there where that happens. Yep. He's obviously driving a GMC Sierra. I'll be quiet. I really hope they cut the power in that area. Yeah, me too, man. Alright, I'm perusing around to see if there's any more space news. But, it's an April Fool's joke, but he still replied. Man, I gotta do that. I gotta do that. I gotta do that, man. Jeez. All right, guys. Yeah, I only saw one, Baron. All right, dude. So, you guys want to play more Timberborn? Want to play more Timberborn? More Timberborn? All right, cool. That's going to do it for Space News. We're going to go into After Hours and play Timberborn for a little bit. Did you get the Tunnels update? I did. I did get the Tunnels update. So, this isn't going to be a long break. I'm just going to cycle the YouTube stream. And, yeah, we'll go from there. Hold! Breaking news from Jeff Faust. Okay. Oh, yo. That is big news. Look. The Senate Commerce Committee will hold a confirmation hearing for Jared Isaacman, nominee for NASA Administrator, April 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'll be here. We'll be here for that. Isaacman will share the hearing with an FCC commissioner nominee, Olivia Trusty. I don't know anything about her. Trey, there it is. There it is. If I get a 30 on my ACT, can I pick what game you play after the test results? No. April 9th, I'll take it. Should have been April 12th. Just saying. I'll take April 9th. That's going to be a crap show. They're going to be on him so bad. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be as bad as you guys might think. What did he say, Kate? She's trusty. Oh, yeah. Have we heard anything from SpaceX? What are they going to do with the next flight? I think the next Starship flight is going to happen at the end of this month. I'm thinking somewhere in this week, right here. The week of the 28th through the 2nd of May. Right there. That's probably when that's going to happen. That's my guess, based off of what I've seen. Once again, that's always subject to change. That's just my opinion. We still have to get the anomaly investigation from Flight 8. So, my eternal wait is over. I'm so happy. Yeah, guys, I'm going to watch that Senate Commerce Committee, the confirmation hearing. We're watching it. We're watching it. It is very important. So, I'll admit, I don't think I've ever watched one of these before. Administrator confirmation with you guys. Either that or I don't remember watching Bill's, but maybe I did. I don't know. I think it's going to be amazing. The NASA administrator will fly his private jet from place to place whenever he wants to go places. Yeah. Yep. Bill's was nothing. He was always going to pass. Yeah, I think we did watch it. But anyway, all right, next week. That was the last bit of space news. A lot of people have left. I'll probably say that again for tomorrow's space news. But for now, let's jump into after hours. Timberborn? Give me 1 second to jog the stream, and then we'll go. I'll be back in, I don't know, a couple minutes. See you in a second.